Scenic views of the shores of Lake Michigan here in Traverse City, Michigan. We are at the Traverse City Curling Club for the 2024 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. 16 teams vying for the right to represent the United States at the 2024 Mixed Doubles World Championship in Östersund, Sweden. Feature matchup this afternoon will be another good one on Sheet C with Thiesse and Dropkin taking on Wood and Cott. Getting into moving day here. As you see the standings, Thiesse and Dropkin still undefeated, the defending world champions, 5-0. Persinger, Casper, and Ryman Smith, both 4-1. Farrell, Thurston, Moores, Wheeler, Schweitzer, Hagberg, all with a 2-3 record. Wood and Cott at 1-4, and Nickel 0-5.
All right, welcome to Draw 11 of the 2024 Mixed Doubles Championship.
This feature matchup will be a good one. Always fun to watch our world champs, Cory Thiesse and Cory Dropkin, looking to run their record to 6-0 on the week. And taking on Tony Cott and Becca Wood, first time we've had them on the feature broadcast. Tyler George coming to you live here from Traverse City, Michigan, joined once again by Nate Perry. And Nate, you're welcome for the broadcast bump once again, winning your game after coming in the broadcast booth. That's a 3-0 record for the last three broadcasters.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That's why I came back. I heard Smitty had some luck after being on the broadcast, getting a win, and after a slow start for my team, came in, and now I'm 2-0 in the last two games. So happy to get that bump and happy to be back.
That's what we're here for. That's the only purpose we serve, besides actually broadcasting curling games. So, Nate, we've obviously been very familiar with Cory Dropkin, Cory Thiesse, our defending world champions, here by virtue of their national championship last season. Not quite as familiar with Tony Cott and Becca Wood. Tell us a little bit about what you know about this team.
Yeah, these two out of Denver. Anyone who has met Tony knows he's got one of the bigger personalities in the curling world. I know he's a newer player, has some U5 experience, and his second doubles nationals here. Becca out of Denver as well. Both have been there for many years and play out of the Rock Creek Club in Lafayette as well.
Wood and Cott qualified for this national championship event by virtue of their finish in the Madtown Double Down qualifier in Madison, Wisconsin. Had Tony in the booth for a game this week as well, but we're not going to mention the results after that one for the bump. It's the 3-0 current streak that we're concerned with. There you see the two stones that start out in play for mixed doubles curling, a center guard, and the team with hammer has a stone on the back of the forefoot. First three stones thrown in every end cannot remove any rock from play, whether it's a guard or a rock in the scoring surface, the house. Dropkin and Thiesse have hammered this first end by virtue of winning the last shot draw before the start of the game. And we are underway now with Becca Wood throwing her first stone of this feature matchup. And Nate, we saw from our previous game, not the first time it's happened this week, but not every game, it was faster going away in the odd ends towards the wall and then a little slower by probably a half a second hog-to-hog time coming back towards the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that earlier in our game on next door to this feature sheet as well. And we've also seen some more curl. We talked yesterday when I was on the stream about the texturing of the rocks, and you had mentioned they were playing with the nipping and how they're actually preparing the ice. And we've seen some more curl as well starting yesterday afternoon through today. Some more curl, some more speed, really good conditions, but definitely adjustments being made by all the athletes to keep up with it.
Nice shot by Becca Wood to start this off.
Okay.
Out-turn
I like
draw
it.
bump.
Okay, got some room still.
T-line.
Now Cory Thiesse
Okay,
Top 4.
Line's okay.
plays third also for the
Got it,
reigning
curl.
U.S. Women's National Champions, Tabitha Peterson.
Curl.
Cory having a really good couple-year run right now.
Go, 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 go. Go, go,
As she
go.
says, winning never gets old.
Sorry, just trying to be patient on that.
I know, yeah.
Comes up to the top of the button, never a
I
bad
thought you were
position
right. I
in
thought it was there.
mixed doubles curling.
It's okay. Good sweep.
Thanks. Good throw. 15-1.
Okay.
Oh, got the long two.
Wow. Crushing it. It's pretty close to edge.
He's
Out-turn
Just
draw
inside
for
edge
Cott.
Yeah.
easy. Looks like
Coming around
It's all you.
on that same
Line's
path
great.
that they've played a couple times already. This one gliding a little bit, needed to turn over.
Seeing some of that speed come into play early.
Yeah, that one still going and will touch. Move that red stone farther under cover and roll to the back of the 12-foot.
My bad.
And the angles set up very well now for Thiesse and Dropkin. Yeah, there's changing turns because it plays into that
Little
angle
less.
better for removing that Yellowstone eventually. So Cory Dropkin, U.S. men's silver medalist from this year.
Line's good. Stay close. Where?
This team has had their
Top
sights
four.
set on repeating all week
okay.
long. Not
Top
too many
four.
bumps in the road.
top 4.
Line's good.
Keep it high.
Close. Whoa, whoa,
T.
whoa, whoa. Stay close. Yep.
Trying to keep it a little on the high side, but ends up just to
Sorry.
nose.
Sorry.
Good position.
Good. No
Dead
need to
buried.
Curled quite a bit at the end.
Yeah.
Well done, yeah.
Nice
At
throw.
least 2 shots to get that red one off the button for
Felt
Wooden
like
Cott.
Max.
Max.
Wait. Yeah. Which it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult to see Thiesse and Dropkin not scoring this end already based on
That's
where
why I
these
think
rocks
play
are
that.
positioned.
Also want the angle there versus
Right.
under curl here. It's not good.
Cott trying to follow on the opposite
Pass
side.
it. Back 4. Man,
This
why
one
are these-
gliding as well.
These things are just sailing.
He wanted to play enough to tap the rocks a little bit and unlock them, but goes right by.
Good golly.
So a couple deep misses from Tony to start out.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you might be right about some more speed away from the home end again. The team spent so much time practicing those all-important last shot draws towards the glass. Maybe a little confused by the speed coming away.
Dropkin playing the in-turn draw again.
Yeah, look.
Line's
Cut.
tighter.
Probably just wants to repeat what they just threw.
Okay. Line's okay.
Line they thought was a little tighter
Gee.
starting out. Cory gets on the sweep
Oh,
immediately
I thought
now,
I'd curl more.
saying it's running.
Here it
I
goes.
roll-
It's curling now.
It's going to bounce off, just a matter of where it ends up.
Oh, I was almost positive that I was tight on that.
Yeah.
They've opened the
Just
door
more weight.
for Wooden
Yeah.
Cott.
Actually,
I like this.
Okay.
That didn't mess the angles up too bad. They do have an open stone they can raise in now with the one they just threw. I think if you're Wooden Cott, you really like to get a freeze into that pocket now. We'll see if Tony can take a little steam off this one.
So hot.
Most curlers can relate to that frustration. Tony thinking he's heavy again.
Yeah, this one doesn't look quite so bad.
Looks like it has plenty. You
Yep.
don't want to
Team.
tap.
Starting to
Tap.
turn.
Tapping.
Still deep, but going to get a good piece of that red stone.
It's not
And
bad.
I just kind of wanted to guard, and then I was hoping if we were like, just do this,
that's what I was thinking.
right? Yeah. I'm just thinking like back.
Like, even this is fine.
Yeah. Back 8-ish? Back 12?
Yeah, similar to what I just threw. Probably same ice.
Yeah.
Same ice, and let me hold it.
Yep.
So Dropkin saying, let's just keep the broom where it was before. weight will be pretty close to what he just threw. They don't want to move that Yellowstone a long ways. They want to keep it as a jam stone, so they're not trying to remove it. And Cory playing to his own sweeping, too, saying, let's play to hold it, meaning he wants to throw it to a line where he's going to sweep to hold it, not hope for it to curl.
Absolutely. And this is such good sweeping ice, and combine that
Back
with
8.
how effective Cory is on the brush. Well thought through.
Whoa, where?
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 12.
Curl.
Back 12 is right about what you want here with the 3-rock transfer.
Straight.
Now over curling a little bit. Need to sweep to make contact. Yeah, just overcooked a hair and
It's okay.
not the result they're looking for.
Switch to that curl just a shade too early, it looked like.
Did not think that would curl that much.
What do they have for 3?
But
That's what I'm looking at.
currently right now, so draw a side button would be for 3. But if you bump that back, the most they get is 2, right? I guess they do it.
That did curl hard, though.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay, I'll go here.
Let's do it. Love it.
There would be a couple options with this final shot. You could play your yellow into those 2 reds, try to lose the number 1 counter. But then it all depends on where your yellows end up. You don't want to leave some shot for a bunch of points, which they don't really have right now based on where the rocks are set up.
Yeah, you heard Tony mention
have
how
a
do we
big hit on the
keep them
inside
from
of
getting
that
the
Yellowstone,
3
that
and
might-
the draw, and as well as the tap available for that they do run the risk with that raise you mentioned of potentially opening the
What do you
door
like?
for more. So I think Becca opting for the guard here.
40?
Yeah.
Final stone of this first end for Wood and
Okay.
Cott. Becca Wood
25.
playing the intern.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
T,
Okay, well, off,
back 4.
off.
Trying to
Can I
get
get
this to
around?
settle side of the forefoot instead of coming up to that red. And just sits. Yeah, that may have been worst case scenario for
That heavy.
Wood and
Count.
Cott.
Unless this
Becca
straight
fooled by the
drags
speed
this.
as well.
But I think it's worthwhile giving it a shot.
Sure. So right on nose
Right on nose,
with like a
peel.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be for at least 4 if you hit this on the nose, because those 2 yellows are definitely going out of the forefoot in the back. The top one will as well.
Right?
I don't know.
Now it's just a matter of if that
Starting
back
close
one
to it, yeah,
drags and
probably.
jams on the red. It still would be 4, but it could be more than that if it misses the back red. I think it might catch it. I think this is for 4.
Yeah. right on
But it's
nose.
always good when the shot you're playing, if made, is for a minimum of 4.
Absolutely, and she doesn't have many weaknesses in her games, but having watched this team a
Out turn
lot,
up weight definitely is not one of them.
exactly. she
This
makes
is-
these more often than she doesn't.
Right in her wheelhouse.
Curl. Curl.
Trying to get it to turn. And ends up just being
Good.
3. The shooter
Good.
rolls a little
3,
too far, a
I
little on the
think.
wide side, but it is an opening 3 for Dropkin and Thiesse to take a 3-0 lead after 1 end of play.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
An opening 3 for Thiesse and Dropkin to start off this feature matchup with Wood and Cot. First stone of the second end for Cory Thiesse.
Confirming draw times here, Cory mentioned they're looking for 15, which is plenty quick and about as quick as we've seen all week.
Was talking with Cory's mother, Linda Christensen, just before this game, and told me how much she appreciated me calling her Cory Christensen by accident in the first game of theirs.
Hard, Cory. Go, 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 go.
It's hard to get that out of your head after knowing somebody that long.
That
you know.
long, right.
That one stops top 8, so
That rock carries very well.
not a big surprise with what we've seen with coming back towards the glass, being just a hair slower.
The 8 from my LSD. I don't know. I didn't think it was light on my hand.
Becca Wood throwing on the opposite side, out turn draw.
Opting for Tony to hold the broom
Wait
this
only.
time. This team does mix
Yep.
up
Weight only.
sweeping
Line's
and
good.
broom
Yep.
holding and
Straight.
different roles.
Top 12. Top 8.
Yep. Keep it
Top
coming.
4. Top 4.
You got it. Straight. Straight.
Rock starting to curl
Straight.
now. I don't think it's going to get by the one on the top of the 8-foot, but a little bump would be all right.
And both teams getting fooled by that slight speed difference, home end to away end. A little bit heavy in the first end, and both just a little bit light coming back.
Yeah. Weight was great.
So much of results in these types of games come down to
Take it for what it's worth.
who makes that read first. Again, we have a distinct advantage here in the booth watching the same sheet 10 times, but it hasn't been that way every single game. It's been maybe 1 in every 3 games, maybe a little more than that we've seen the speed a little slower coming back this direction.
When so much harder in the doubles game to pick up on those things than in the 4-person game where
Right.
with 4 you've likely got 5 or 6 set of eyes with your coaches or alternates to see that, including a front end who's that's one of their main jobs, to map out those speeds along with the skips with those hog-to-hog times, where in doubles a little bit of every roll for every player, harder to notice. Cory Dropkin coming up short as well here.
Yeah, I think we can safely say that speed difference is happening once again.
You got?
15-8.
So with that rock stagger, really important to be the first one underneath it. So hopefully Tony doesn't over-adjust from the first end now that it's slower coming back. Playing his out turn.
Wearing his trademark colorful hat.
Easy.
Yep, yep, yep,
This looks like it has to go as well.
yep, yep. Keep it out there. Keep it out there.
Trying to drag it around those stones. Gonna wreck and bounce off a little bit.
Okay. Close.
Something they can
Darn
use at
it.
least.
Okay. Just make that. You want me to sweep or hold?
You can hold.
Okay. What kind of weight are you throwing?
Heel.
Okay.
Right here.
Yep.
Nice and through on this.
So from that angle, our only question would be if you can get by the red one to make the double. Doesn't seem like there's any issue with how they're lining it up. So trying to play yellow. Clear both those stones. Dropkin just throwing peel, taking the ice out of it. Probably putting the broom right about where he wants to hit it. Out-turn double attempt.
Yep. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Go, go.
Sorry. Oh, I
And that's
touched it.
the
I touched that.
reason
I touched
to
this right when
play
I
as
went
much
to
weight
sweep
as
it.
you
I
did.
don't think I moved it at all, but
At least spills it to the outside 12, even though it hit that rock pretty thick, mate.
yeah, good throw.
Yeah, plenty lively surface this week.
I gave you a little more. Do you want a sweeper?
Okay. No, you're good.
That same stagger still there, but now no yellow stone in the back of the 4-foot. Caught with another attempt on the out-turn path. Probably will get a little bit faster from all the stones thrown on this path, but
Yep, yep.
still will be shorter than the other side. And this one looks like
Line's
it's
good.
going to be a little short
Yep,
again.
Yep, 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 yep.
Tony trying to get it by those stones so it's usable. Just touches that rock, but ends up getting by. Good sweep to get it to where he did.
Nose is tough. It might just be this.
Just peel it out.
If they make this, ours is still second.
Okay.
Edge.
It's like opting for the up weight again, just remove the yellow.
Yeah, simplifying the game. The 3-0 lead is they can't get inside because there's a piece tucked, and they don't want to play something finesse and maybe end up over curling. Wrecking would be the absolute worst case scenario. So Dropkin just playing peel, trying to kill this yellow stone.
Yeah, this team definitely one of the best I've seen in making their opponents do the work. No need to, like you said, use something finesse and accidentally open the door.
Yeah, no mistake made there by Cory.
Nice throw.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those shots that's pretty much made when you let it go if it's thrown well. Not going to do a whole lot with regard to curl.
All right, just a foot further than the last two. Preferably 2.5, 5 feet further.
Tony talking himself through the weight he needs here.
A good positive reinforcement for himself is not a bad thing. Third attempt at this out-turn draw.
We're all there.
Okay, it's a little tight. Yep, straight.
Yeah, want to be by first. This one
Straight.
turning over a little bit.
Yep, straight.
A way tighter line. Not sure that it was thrown on as tight a line. It looked like it kind of took a hard turn.
Good turn, yeah.
God bless.
Took away my shot. I was like, oh, we're gonna play
Yeah.
back.
Good
back,
angles
back,
for
back,
Wood
back.
and Cott, but
Yeah.
for nothing more than a single at this point, it would look.
Yeah, really important draw now for Cory Thiesse.
I'm thinking
Set
it'll
up
be
a
14, 6 to 15,
steal of
somewhere in that range.
Okay.
possibly two if they can get around and into the 4-foot. The final stone of the second end for her squad. You can still call a two-person team a squad, right?
Got room.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Okay, wait only right now. Wait only, you got lots of room.
Okay, just don't want it to die on me.
Kind of running. Kind of running still. Easy, you got
Plenty
lots
of room
still,
on this
Max.
line.
Yeah.
Dropkin would like to be able to finish if he can, but needs to stay shot too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good shot.
That's not a bad spot. Safe.
Did die.
Good shot.
Always nice in doubles to have a force at the worst, a steal if you get lucky here.
Yeah, I think that's right.
This will be a delicate
I like this.
draw/tap
I got your rock.
for Becca Wood.
Here you are. All right, you got it.
You saw how much Thiesse's rock cleared that rock in the top of the 12-foot by, so you don't have to get too close to that stone to make
Yeah,
this
that
for
way, I'm
one.
thinking about back 12, but I think if we play back line, even if we hit half of it, we're still fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and I did just inside edge of 12, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So definitely playing to move that stone, not throwing just the clean draw. Final stone of the second end. Becca Wood looking for back 12, back line.
13.
Close. Yep, yep,
Means
yep.
you have to get a little bit closer to that rock in the top 12s to make it.
Yep. Whoa.
Plenty of room right now.
Curl, 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 curl.
It may have bruised this one. Trying to get it to turn now.
Take the red.
Oh,
Okay.
enough weight to push it though.
100.
At least out of 2 points. Ends up being a steal of 1 for Thiesse and Dropkin, now leading 4-0 after 2 ends. And with the second end break, Again, time to tell you about Steve's Curling Supplies, America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years. It's proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, they have all of the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. Right now, you can save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout. Visit them at stevescurling.com for all your curling needs.
He clicks it a foot before it gets to the hog line.
Oh my God, we're still on this. I get the same exact time the speed traps get.
Back for the third end of action.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Corey Dropkin
Wait,
being
like a 15?
Yeah.
ripped for his inability to time stones by his coach and teammate. But easy to joke when you have a 4-0 lead
I see.
after
I see
2
back,
ends
see
of
back
play.
four.
Okay, you got
Corey
lots of
Thiesse
room.
throwing the in-turn draw to start off this end. Just looking for freeze once again to that stone in the back of the forefoot. This one coasting a little, and
14.
Nate, that first stone to make the adjustment again.
Sorry.
The following end when it's a little faster going away. Maybe they haven't caught it quite as early as we'd expect.
Full 6 feet heavy at least there.
Buried.
Corey's saying it's
Like that same insert?
buried though,
Same time,
and that's
yeah.
true.
I love it.
As you said, easy to joke and nitpick when you're 4-0 and sitting on an undefeated record.
14.
Yeah, and that's a good thing too, to be able to keep things loose in a long competition. You know, you can be as cutthroat as you want, and obviously these two are ultra competitive, world champions, but part of getting through these long weeks is being able to find levity in those moments too. So Becca Wood, now with the opportunity to get a good setup to start this end for Wood and Cott.
Whoa, whoa, wait only. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Tony maybe
Never,
over
never,
sweeping
never.
this one again with the speed going away.
Sit. Sit.
It's going to settle right in the back of the forefoot
inches.
next to the other one.
My bad.
Okay.
Not too bad. Again, this is only the third stone thrown in this end, so not able to remove any stones from play yet, which is why Dropkin with the 4-0 lead is playing this draw.
Mine's nice.
Not exactly a
nice.
game where you can play
Where?
defensively like
Top
you might
four.
see in the men's or
Close.
women's
Yep.
version.
Yep. Mine's good.
T.
Good path
Yep.
here from Dropkin.
Yep. Really curling now.
They want this to get all the way back to these yellow stones if they can.
Okay,
Don't
easy,
want to
easy.
over curl.
Popping up the other side.
That's
Does cross all the way to the other side of the button.
Curled a lot.
That rock did curl a bunch, maybe something to keep an eye on for
You like playing
Dropkin
the same
and
side?
Thiesse.
That's what I'm thinking. They're back
Yeah.
button.
Yeah. I love
So they're like here.
it. Okay. Let's put one in there. We got this. Let's go.
15-2 on his.
Okay.
Really can set up a good end here if Tony's able to make this in-turn
30.
draw it right up to that
Easy.
We gotta go.
stone of Thiesse and Dropkins,
Curl.
even show
Top
a
eight.
little piece
Whoa,
on
curl.
this in-turn
Slow
side.
and
Nate.
curl.
T.
Yeah, set up some good
Easy.
angles and protect against the yellow pocket.
And that one again swept early and now running. Similar result to the previous stone. Wall of yellow rocks back there.
I have a feeling you may see Corey throw some weight at this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
already
so.
lining up where to hit it to lose all three.
firm.
Good one to get the rock clock on too, Nate, to see Korey gets sub 6 seconds on this.
I imagine he will. He doesn't usually have a problem getting in that neighborhood.
Speaking of the amount of time it takes to get from one hog line to the other, with peels, 6 means it's humming down there pretty good. That's right around where he's been when we clocked earlier this week.
I like the end at this one.
Sure. Yeah, looks a little better.
I'm going to say a 6-1 is what we're going to get here.
I don't know, it might.
All
here.
right.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
If I hit the left one a little too thick, I think that's probably pro side here.
Yeah,
All right.
agreed.
Easy peel.
Well, we heard easy peel, so maybe it'll be mid-6s.
Close. Yep. Whoa. Yes. 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 Whoa.
7-0.
7-0.
That's like control weight.
And he did get the spin back up the rings, he mentioned.
Yeah, good
Not often
shot.
you get a rock moving towards the guard zone. Well done. Good result.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the reason that Korey
Like the
didn't
draw?
throw his full peel weight there was
Because that
for that
hits there.
shooter, because of the way the rocks were staggered. He
Okay.
wanted it to roll back up off of
Love
those
it.
stones, but still wanted to have enough to clear the rocks in the house. So there's a method to the madness. We won't fault him for not firing it to the
Okay.
level we were
Yep,
predicting.
Yep.
Now Cott playing on the opposite side, getting tight to the guard, out of hand here. It's going to wreck, so it's just a matter where the shooter ends up.
Not the end of the world.
I think this will be a quick decision to hit that back stone again
You
now
want
for
to do this
the
or you want
Coreys.
to guard?
I was thinking guard.
Guard?
Yeah.
Maybe a
This
little more
way?
aggressive play.
Sure.
They are set up so well and just in line. Can put up quite a bit of pressure on with a good guard here.
Dropkin throwing the intern guard. It's a strategy where you're playing more of how you would with a closer deficit or
good.
closer lead, I should
Halfway.
say. Maybe trying to stay in
Ready
that
to curl it.
ultra competitive mindset,
Stay close.
getting closer to the playoff run, where
Easy.
instead of just playing, okay, simple, we know we're ahead, let's kill stones.
Good.
Let's play this as if we're still trying to steal.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. And stay on top of those ice changes and
It's good.
speed changes and all the conditions, knowing you'll need some high pressure shots as the week progresses.
Okay, we can throw the draw.
I know I'm dating myself here now too, but whenever I say the Coreys, I think of how they referred to Feldman and Heim from the late 80s, early 90s. The actors, for those who don't know who I'm referring to. I have to make at least one reference per draw that like 15 or 20 people care about and nobody else.
Okay.
That's how I
I
entertain
got this
myself.
one.
Keep the audience on their toes, too.
Yeah, Nate looked at me like he had no idea what I was talking about when I said that. So Tony trying to chip that top stone over and stay in, but ends up on the wide side, coming to the back red stone.
Thanks for the backing.
39.
Block or draw?
Yeah, just struggling with that draw weight going away right now.
Otherwise, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, here's pretty good,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, right here is good too.
Sure.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking if there's any triples, like if you slip
Really
here, that's
wanna
where
be
you might
deeper
give
than
that. I
Yeah.
think anywhere in here.
Yep.
Half plus, like 2/3.
Yeah, I think right around there should be good.
It's kind of similar line to where we threw your draw coming this way. In two.
Just trying to take that draw path away,
Yeah.
which would be the scoring shot for Becca Wood.
Right there. I think under curling is.
And I believe as where they were pointing, the bonus would be to sit third shot as well, but not the priority. Just take away that draw.
I think they said half plus, which means they're just throwing it to a guard.
Line.
Line's okay. It's
Top-
got plenty of room.
Top
You're
12.
out there a ways.
And this is the shot where you just want to make sure you take enough
It's
broom.
a little deeper than that.
Yeah, we're definitely a little deeper.
Definitely on the wide side of it, so that draw path
Oh boy.
still there
Where is
now.
It's top
Still
4,
gliding
almost.
too.
It's biting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
Does hit 3.
that draw path is there still,
Yeah, I
but
don't know why that
Just anywhere in between there, huh?
went that far.
sitting 3.
I think you can get there just a little narrower than you were
Yeah.
normal, right?
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's there. You still like that 25 number?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do you have the sweep, or do you want me to take it so I can help guide it?
No, we just need line. So
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
Kind of once you hit pause,
So there is a draw
I would like you to
between
take
those
the
two
line,
red
but
stones on the
if
top of
you-
the 8
Sorry,
foot
what's
to
once
try
it
to get
hits
shot.
pause line,
Sure.
I would like you
Need
to
to get a
guide it
decent
in
piece of
there
the button.
and
You just gotta
kind
let me
of
know.
Keep your head up.
Yep, just let me know.
Just once it hits hog. 25.
Important shot for Becca Wood, trying to hang around in this game. 4-1 deficit would be within reach at the least, so throwing the in-turn draw.
Felt a little hot.
Set 30.
Okay.
I think we gotta go.
Looks good. Keep going. Head down. Head down.
Line
Line
only.
looks close.
Looks good. Line looks good. Stay
Yeah,
close.
nice path here. Needs to curl a little bit.
Okay, get it in there. Yep.
It's
Get it
through
in
the
there.
hole. Now it's a matter of the weight. Gotta go to get there.
Come on. Okay.
Just stopped short.
Good throw.
Good effort there. Does cut Dropkin and Thiesse down to 1 point. They lead 5-0 now after 3 ends. And of course, after the third end, we'll tell you about Warm Room Hero. Warm Room Hero is more than just software. They're curlers dedicated to building long-term relationships with your club. Warm Room Hero provides continuous support to ensure your website exceeds your members' expectations. Check out Warm Room Hero today at curling.club. That's Warm Room Hero at curling.club. Quick look at our other scores here. On sheet B, Kim Rhyme, Jason Smith leading 2-0 over Vicky Persinger and Danny Casper. On D, Nickel and Nickel, 2-1 lead over Moores Wheeler. And on sheet E, Farrell and Thurston leading Hagberg and Schweitzer 2-1 in the fourth. Again, our feature matchup. Cory Thiesse and Cory Dropkin, this 5-0 lead over Tony Cott and Becca Wood. Tyler George here with 2-game winning streak. Nate Perry off of that
Mine's okay.
broadcast bump.
Mine's good.
Got a little roll going right now, Nate.
Absolutely. Had to get
Mine's
back in
really
the booth to keep it going, playing a
Gotta curl a little
Hamilton
bit.
team that's rounding into form at the right
Curl.
time tonight. So we know we'll need our A game to keep it going.
Okay, good judge.
Perfectly thrown freeze
Sweet.
from Cory Thiesse to start this fourth
Oh, I tried
end of
clicking
play.
it, couldn't find the button.
As you said earlier, moving day, a golf
Yeah, a little
reference
more.
for those curling fans who aren't acquainted, though I imagine that list is short. Plenty of overlap between our golfers and our curlers.
Yeah, golf viewers and curling viewers, I think there's a
Wait,
lot of
do you tap
overlap.
ours?
There is in players for sure.
They
And
have not. it's
moving day for
that
golf
far
usually
from
is
tapping.
Saturday. But
Pins open.
this is essentially that day for our tournament with the playoffs starting tomorrow and a 4-game day.
Yeah, it can make or break your positioning and that seeding, whether qualifying for the playoffs or not, as well as that seeding and that ever important top seed in each pool getting the
Easy.
bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Line's good. Easy.
T.
Yep. Straight. Okay, we're by. We're by. Whoa. Wait on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
In-turn draw from Becca Wood, trying to follow
Back 4, back 8.
Thiesse's stone.
Just tap.
This
That's
looks
fine.
really good. They'd like to unlock
Yeah, we
it too.
definitely want to tap those.
That's
Great shot.
perfectly done. Great shot by
I
Becca.
would thought you were asking if they tapped ours.
Okay.
No, if we want to tap ours.
I got
if we
you.
want to tap.
You like here?
Yeah.
Nate, never a bad thing with hammer to unlock that freeze, just in case, not just to make that back stone possibly count, but to be able to move the opposing team's stone to make any of your other stones count at some point.
Line's nice.
Yeah,
Line's
exactly. That
good.
scoring area really
Let's
small
go.
right now with that red
Yep.
rock in there. But
Yep.
unlocking it
Okay, line's good.
leaves the possibility for stones
Line's
down the
really
road.
good. Hard, come on, get it here.
Korey Dropkin's first throw
Go,
of
go,
this
go.
fourth.
Far as
Trying to
goes.
carry
Keep
it.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Get to that stone on the top of the button. It's going to end up on the top of the 12-foot.
Corey.
Have not seen many misses deep coming back to the glass.
Heard him just mention to Corey Thiesse he thought he liked it out of
This is
hand as
back
well, so
8.
maybe still just struggling
Just
on the
right here,
slight
top
difference
4.
there.
Thank you.
Something that,
You like this?
to be fair, seems so much more obvious when you've seen it for 10 games, whether or not it's happening or not. You try to remember that
Line's good.
not everybody has been playing on this sheet every
Where's the
game.
weight?
I've always said it's way easier to make shots on this side of the glass
Gotta
than
go.
it is out on the
Line's
ice
good.
surface.
Well, it's
so
a lot
certainly-
harder to miss them, too.
Line's good.
Wait till there.
Line's good.
Maybe
Close
not.
for straight. Well,
A
line's
nice
good.
line here on
We gotta go
Todd's
wait.
draw.
Okay, curl it and all the way
They could
down
get
to,
this
down to,
frozen
down
on
to,
the
down
high
to,
side. It'd be a
down to.
really good shot. That's a good result for
Hey,
Tony.
we actually know what we're doing here.
Great shot.
Well, we got a little setup here, yeah.
Getting some pressure right when they need it.
Looks like it'll be bail time for Thiesse and Dropkin.
Looking to get just about every stone in the rings moving if he hits this just right.
Intern?
Out turn.
Ugh,
Close.
shoot.
I think 2 of the yellows go if you hit this right.
All right.
The other one will probably spill to the side of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Double peel the corners. Or
Yep.
Double peel the centers are good.
Yep.
Corey's turn of choice for these shots, the out turn. He is deadly with this shot.
Close.
See how many he can get moving.
Yep. Oh boy.
And only loses the 1 yellow. It's over curled just a touch.
Yeah.
But does clear things up. They'll
Like the
have
guard
2 more attempts to kill yellow stones. I'm sure they're happy with that.
or a split. The guard. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Corey Thiesse definitely gets her
3.
cardio in with this team. Just about the only time Dropkin asks her to sweep is on those high hard ones.
We had a question about it,
I
and
like a 3.
got this
What?
confirmed
All
from
right, tight 3.
Corey Thiesse earlier in the week.
I like the 3.
That there were some
Okay.
shots where
Thank you.
she would stand at the hog line to sweep a draw for Corey Dropkin, and then Dropkin would jump in and sweep it anyways, and Corey would just go behind him and call line. So we asked if that was, or what the intent was with that. We had a suspicion that was confirmed,
No,
that
no.
sometimes
2.5.
Corey
All
Dropkin
off,
would
all off, all off.
prefer to
2.5.
get a split time immediately on his throw
Close for
than have a
curl.
broom
3.
held
Close
for
for
him,
curl side.
even
Go,
if
go,
he
go.
still plans
Go, go, go.
to sweep it himself. So
So-
whatever
Curl
works
it,
for you. If
curl it,
that's
Yeah.
what's going to help you make it, great.
So interesting, the dynamics of each team.
Corey,
And
the double, that's okay.
earlier I mentioned for Becca and Tony, the difference, they change it up sometimes depending on the feel end to end, whether they have a
Yeah, no.
broom in the house, a sweeper on the close
I
end.
was looking at-
A lot
Pull
of
that
different options,
backwards,
just doing
back up,
whatever's comfortable and
thingamajig.
whatever works best.
And
That
that last
technical
part is the
term.
key, whatever works best. and that's something that these players from playing with each other, from playing the mixed doubles game, taking even input from your men's and women's games, learning about what helps you succeed the most. Paying close attention to those things, charting it, taking notes, and then putting it all together to get the best results you can. And for Corey Dropkin, that time helps him more, even if he feels like he's going to be sweeping. and doesn't need that broom.
Easy. Whoa, whoa.
And so important to lock those things in, especially in doubles again with the just less bodies out there to help you succeed. It's kind of on you and your partner.
Nice shot.
Now that one fairly automatic for Mr. Dropkin the way he's throwing them right now. The way he's been throwing them for quite a while. Also won the Duluth Cash Spiel playing with my brother-in-law, Derek Benson.
Are you seeing this?
Also with Joe Polo,
Yeah, that's fine.
we know is
You want
watching,
more?
and Matt Mellon,
No, maybe a hair.
who
Just
been
control
playing
like
for
10-5,
less than
right?
5 years and already
10-5,
winning tour
yeah.
events.
Yeah,
So
We,
go away, Matt.
he got hooked up with the right team to do it.
I suppose I have to mention that
Shoved
my
it.
brother-in-law also
Okay.
won the
Yep.
the
yep,
hoop
keep it
spiel
out,
in
keep it out,
Duluth.
keep it
I
out.
can't remember the last time he lost a spiel game in that club now.
Okay.
Playing with my sister and once again Matt
My
Mellon
bad, just shove that.
and
worries.
Jordan Moulton.
God dang, can't even make a hit through.
Tony getting
Son
on
of a
himself
mother.
right now, just struggling a little bit. And it's so easy, Nate, for these things to snowball
What would you like to
when
throw?
it's not going well, and all of a sudden the other end feels twice as far away, and those ports are
Not
twice
open,
as
open,
Probably
but
guard it.
small.
I think so.
Using the golf analogy again, it's the same thing. Things are going poorly. You're thinking a little too much about what
Yeah.
you're
I
doing
mean,
and
it's not.
kind of getting in your own head.
It's not a
Tony mentioned when he threw that, he shoved it, meaning an outward
Otherwise,
motion
you
towards
also
the
play
broom and
tap
just
to the port, but
wide
maybe
from the
it's
start
tap
and didn't have much chance on his hit attempt
out
there.
turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like 3/4 of the 8.
Yeah.
Maybe just a pinch more.
Yeah. 3/4 plus, just halfway high.
Trying to wrap this around for another counter.
Easy.
See in tight side of half.
Okay.
How's line?
Got a curl.
Okay. It should.
Whoa.
Ooh, baby, curl.
And trying to get
I don't know if
across
I
the
want
face.
to, 'cause of the
Doesn't look
yellow.
like it's going to get there right now. They don't want to tap the other one in the house. I think it's just short of the ring
Okay,
still.
Good call. Just nose it. I'll just throw a 9 probably.
Yeah, sure. Broom? Sweep?
I think sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like sleeping on my sweeper.
Okay, no worries. Do you want
Update
to
from
come?
Bill Roach from the
You
Duluth
like
Curling
this?
Club as well.
Look at the
So it's
hack.
very
Okay.
important that people know that success in curling tournaments is not only for her daughter lately, but Linda Christensen won the Turkey Spiel in the
All
Duluth
right.
Club this year. So raised the champion herself on the ice.
The Christensen family winning everything
those
they try
turkeys,
lately.
they taste so much better when you win them too.
Yeah, just throw like 9.
Those are the prizes for our
So you like
Thanksgiving
the out?
event.
Yeah.
Okay. Same here.
So with that guard under curling, there is a hit through the hole for a single point for Becca Wood and Tony Cott.
Oh, no, it's never going to curl.
This one hanging early too, maybe a little positive release there from Becca. Looks like it will clip the guard,
Sorry.
One banger.
so that will be another single for Thiesse and Dropkin. And they lead now 6-0 at the break, and halfway through it's time for the Broomfitters break. Broomfitters.com is the place for good curling gear and fast shipping. Spin around the sheets for the other scores for this afternoon draw. Ryman Smith leading Persinger and Casper 2-1 in the fourth. Moores and Wheeler with a 3-2 lead over Nickel on sheet D. On sheet E, Farrell and Thurston leading Schweitzer and Hagberg 2-1. And of course our feature matchup, Cory Thiesse and Cory Dropkin with a 6-0 lead over Becca Wood, and Tony Cott.
Yep! Hard! Yes!
Second half of the game starts with a power play for Wood and Cott.
Okay.
Christensen,
Very nice, Korey.
there you go. That was for you, Linda.
Thanks,
Makes
Tony.
this
Put the guard back.
Very good.
hack
I
weight
think
chip
so.
into the rings.
Little
Do you want any sweep?
Opens up that counter.
No. No, that's fine.
Tyler George here with
You like
Nate
that?
Perry and Nate Woodencott just trying to get
Less.
something started here with their power play. See if you can get a 2 or 3 and get back in this game, but just make a couple, get some stones in the house, see what happens.
Yeah, points pile up in a hurry in double. See if they can't get some momentum, get some feel back, and get things trending in the right direction.
Outturn guard attempt here from Becca Wood.
2,
Trying
3.
to replace the one
Okay,
that
just clean.
TC just chipped into the
It's got a curl.
circles.
Easy. Always curl.
3,
Like
3,
this
4.
to settle down just short of the rings.
Sit.
Looks like a
Sit.
pretty good shot.
Sit.
Over curled.
That'll play.
Good shot. Great shot.
I don't mind trying to tap it. I don't
Okay.
mind trying to tap it through.
Okay,
And if we tick the top and spill in, it's good.
right.
Like,
You like here?
This is a
back line.
heat
Yep.
check shot for
No,
Cory
less.
Dropkin.
That looks close.
Okay.
He's trying to chip that rock out. Can't take it out of play, but they can chip it out of the rings.
Not easy.
Yeah, this is a
Close.
let's see
Wait,
how good
great.
I'm throwing
Yep.
it type of shot. The
Yes.
three-pointer you
Good.
take from
Yeah.
10 feet behind the line.
The one that gets the
Wait's
coach
perfect.
to
Whoa.
Keep it thin.
put a bench
Whoa.
player out to the
Whoa.
half court to come into the game
Close.
for you.
Yeah, he's
If you miss
literally
it.
trying to hit this to the dead zone.
Go, 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 go,
Will it
go,
get
go,
out of the
go.
house?
Sorry, Cory.
Almost, but does sit 2.
Does the trick.
So that's
Yeah.
still
Sit 1, 2.
a make for Cory. Nice shot.
I like it.
Do you want me to sweep?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Edge your button. Yeah.
All stones available to remove now for both teams. So Tony Cott trying to make this come around draw on the guard.
Whoa.
No touchy.
This draw being thrown now. John Landsteiner, it's always faster after the mop at the break. Seeing if this one hits the brakes.
1375.
Sweet.
And that will,
God dang, man.
I think, go all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever
Try
play
that?
this and roll
There
on?
is
Yeah.
the legend coach, Kathy O. Kathy
Turn.
over in Clapham.
Okay.
It's a nice, I don't know, you want to call it a camo smock or something?
Can hardly see her in that. Looking nice and warm.
If we just half rock it and roll out, it's fine.
Right. Do you like here?
Always love
It
having
might
Kathy
curl a bit.
around. Some good banter with her before this draw.
Yeah, it's good.
Hanging out, talking Briar.
More.
Now Dropkin playing that easy peel
Whoa.
we talked about before. Like to make the
curl-
run, but at the
curl
worst
this.
could roll into the rings.
Okay.
A little thin for that and ends up just making the peel. That's fine. Sitting 1 and 2 with not much there for a double.
Likely see him try a freeze here on one of those reds. Try
I
to
think
bring
I
that
like
other
the
yellow
note
into
set.
play.
Okay.
Or I don't mind this draw.
Okay. What do you prefer? Do we ever just? Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're throwing this to the top of the 8-foot. I like the draw. I'm not quite sure what advantage they gain from playing it to the top of the house as opposed to the freeze, as you mentioned, Nate.
Fully. It's over curling. Whoa, take a look. Take a look. All off. 14-5.
It's carrying past the top of the 8-foot. Farther this goes, the better.
Go.
Nearly had a pretty good freeze on accident.
Yeah, if they sweep that one earlier to hold the line, that would have
Oh,
carried
no,
right
this is
down to a
last?
perfect
Yeah, I think
freeze.
just the nose, like either nose or just straight pick.
Right.
You
I was
play the
thinking-
pick and why do you come sweep?
Okay. Yep. Good find.
Part of a gripper.
All right, which rock do you want?
Five.
Oh, 5.
Intern, firm,
Yep.
like a half rock probably makes
Okay.
the
Yeah, I think
stop
that's
on the left.
close. Yep.
A little curl a little bit.
So Nate, they really want to miss the back stone on this hit. Whether they stick on the back with their own is secondary. That'd be a bonus, but they don't want to lose their back one because then you could give up a 2. So just trying to avoid the backing.
Clean.
And straight pick the call. The catcher on the side of the ring's the bonus.
Heart! Heart!
Firm weight here from Dropkin.
Good.
Does
Good sweep.
just sneak by that one. Doesn't get the catcher, but mission accomplished. And I think, Nate, at this point, you're probably trying to hit and roll in front of that stone because you got to go for 2
Okay.
no matter
or it's
what.
the freeze on the other
They're
one.
looking at the freeze.
They are
Do you like
looking
the
at the freeze this time on
I
the
don't
back.
love that though.
Yeah, do you like the freeze on the other one?
Let's just play the freeze. Nose freeze.
Yeah.
If you do
you
make
ever
the
play the
freeze-
freeze to that one? That's what I'm asking.
If we
That does
go
bring
here,
2 into play.
They go here.
Yeah, same thought process as the
It's
last
like,
rock throw in the freeze.
Even
Try to
here,
get
that's
Corey
a
and
tough
Korey to,
double.
knowing they'll
Okay.
be
You-
attempting to
I mean, we
remove a
can.
rock, to remove their
Good.
own along with yours. Make it an easier 2.
Electing to play the other freeze now. In turn, freeze attempt from Cott.
Whoa.
This one a little on the positive side on
I
the
just can't throw it
release
soft
and
enough.
still gliding
This is so
too.
awful.
13-6.
13-6?
Tony just struggling to find it right now. It's really
Top 12.
I think so.
snowballed on him. Obviously frustrated with himself.
Okay, the only other spot you can put it.
We've all had those games. No
is
worries,
like right
Tony.
here. And
Against the
say-
world champs, nonetheless,
Go ahead,
doesn't tend to help.
Right? T-line. But
Yeah, they don't make it easy on you, that's for sure.
I'm good with either. Doesn't matter. You're thinking just like side 8-foot?
Like right here.
Okay. Think your hit.
Yeah, pretty gotta be
Think
kinda
about
precise.
it. Sure. Thinking like edge of the 4-foot on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
15.
Yeah, give me a 15 too.
Okay.
Just spreading these out, trying to throw even up with the red in the side of the 12-foot. Final stone of the 5th for Cory Thiesse and her
A
team.
little big.
As you heard her mention, make Becca would think about the hit, meaning get a big chunk of the 8-foot or maybe even
All
bite the
you.
4. Make the draw target smaller, and throwing a hit against 3, your chances of stealing do increase.
And they want this to stop around the tee line because if they do play the hit,
Great
they
spot.
don't want to leave a catcher. So that's about right where you want it. That's not rolling into anything red if they do hit. And
I'll
does
probably
give
do
them a little
board
less
side.
space to draw too.
Let's just spin it.
Yeah.
do believe they settled on the draw to the 4-foot.
Yeah, no right or wrong here. It's all preference. Usually when you're going against multiple counters, you lean towards throwing the draw.
I'm thinking 25.
Because a rollout
or
still
25.
gives up multiple
Do you like
points.
Yeah.
So final stone of the 5th end. Becca Wood. Trying to draw the 4-foot against 3 red counters.
26.
No ads, you're gonna have to go. Yep. Yep. Yep, Tony, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Don't give up on
Early
it.
sweep from Cott, trying to drag this.
Yep, yep, yep.
Line appears to be tracking fairly nice.
Can I jump in?
If they can drag it far
Oh
enough.
man, it's really late.
Definitely needs to go. How many can they outcount? Cut them to at least 1. We'll see if that's it. I think yellow got second.
Sounds like a winner.
May you get a measurement out of this one.
I think just 1 yellow, or 1 red, sorry.
You still sitting on a perfect record, Tyler, on the measures?
Yeah, I thought I was going to get another one there, but they do kick it out. It is a single for red. So now after 5 ends of play, a 7-0 lead for Thiesse and
I
Dropkin.
don't know.
Yeah, or my stone.
We'll give you a delayed Broomfitters break. Broomfitters.com is the place for good curling gear and fast shipping on everything curling. For a limited time, take 10% off your first order with the code USA. Visit Broomfitters.com.
Mine's good. Mine's good.
I like it. T.
It's got a curl.
Weight's great.
6th end of action in our feature matchup here at the 2024 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship.
Curl it.
Cory
Yep, go,
Thiesse
go,
and
go,
Cory
go,
Dropkin
go, go,
leading
go, go.
Becca Wood and Tony Cott
Good judge.
7-0. Tyler George with Nate Perry. Nate, we've seen a whole bunch of steals of 1 since that 3 in the first end from Thiesse and Dropkin. Business as usual for the world champions.
Yeah, playing well, staying locked in. Getting towards the weekend, those playoffs,
curl.
staying sharp and looking good to try to defend their title.
12-7.
This one coasting again on that
Definitely worth that.
intern path, but the slower side coming back, we see a miss on the deep side. Trying to play enough to separate those stones again, but just ticks and goes through. We haven't seen any real drop in intensity from the Coreys in this game. They had some joking around, mostly between ends,
Mine's
but
nice.
still focused on the task at hand,
Mine's good.
trying to keep the intensity level up,
T-line.
getting
Okay.
close to the playoff round, as we mentioned earlier.
Here it comes.
When you're on that good of a
Mine's
roll,
really
you
good.
don't want to
First line,
change
top
anything.
4.
This team's doing a
Stay on
great
the
job
nose.
of that.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa, no.
Yeah, and well,
It's
as
okay.
important as that bye, if they win the top seed of their pool here is, keeping that intensity up when you get one less game than your potential playoff opponents down the road.
Yeah, it's good.
And
Just rip
staying
the guard.
focused is
Yeah.
incredibly important.
Which turn? Okay.
Nice stone there from Dropkin. Seems as though they've gotten the speed down mostly now on this slower side coming back. You see Cott now just playing the run, little change of tactics. Ends up being a peel. I think they just really want to get on the scoreboard at this point.
Thanks, Corey.
Been a little unfortunate not to at this point. A couple of those steals were against multiples, and Becca Wood cutting the Coreys down to a single.
Dropkin replacing the guard, out-turn side. Like to get it fairly tight.
Okay, line's good. Line's nice. Line's good.
Half.
Whoa, easy.
Curl.
Just a little bit. Yep. Hard. Yep.
I
Hard.
think
Go.
Dropkin's
Bring
only
it. Go,
sweeping
go,
with
go,
about
go, go, go.
98% of his energy on that one. That's why it undercurled, obviously.
Well, given how Kathy O and Cory Thiesse
one
have
in
been
the
talking
house?
to him today,
Okay.
I'm sure he'll hear about it.
If we hit the top, if we hit the guard, that's okay.
Okay. Gotta stop moving.
Cott trying to come around that guard, make contact with the Reds in the house.
Yep. Straight. Whoa. Clean. Curl.
Definitely by, so how much of the red will they hit?
Great shot.
Pretty good result. Clears one stone and moves the other one back.
You want to throw
Still
the
shot
inside?
rock for
Yeah.
Thiesse and Dropkin.
You want to come get a time?
Sure.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Like edge.
Okay.
Think. Maybe. Yeah.
In turn draw for Dropkin.
All right. Aim for
Trying to
that
get
guy.
second counter in.
I think so. Yep. Looked like a nice ad though. Yeah.
The national champs
Line's
and
good.
world champs trying to put their
Top 12,
stamp
top
on
8.
this game,
Go
finish
ahead,
it off if
line's
they
nice.
can.
And right there is a good example of what you
Gotta
mentioned
curl.
earlier, Tyler. Cory
Always curl.
TC giving Cory
Do it, leave
Dropkin the
it.
time on his draw right away, and he gets up and sweeps it himself.
Just stopping for a guard.
Okay.
Not sure if I can.
Draw in. Sure.
A little surprised they didn't come into the house again.
Do you care which side?
But maybe they were trying to and just saw it was short and played it to a guard, so they didn't over curl on that line.
One thing we've noticed out there this week a couple times is one side of the sheet being a little faster and keener than the other, depending on which side both teams play a little more frequently. Heard Cory Thiesse mention there that board side maybe not played as often this end and perhaps a little slower because of it.
Line's good. Yep,
Cott
yep.
trying to carry this down to top four, top
Line's
button
good.
around the guard. Needs to go to get there.
Yep, let's make it count.
Still carrying it, but will stop in the top of the 8 foot. Nate, if you have a keen
little
eye,
closer with this
you look behind the
out turn.
glass,
But
you may see
Play that.
Turkey Spiel champion
I'm good
Linda
with either, I
Christensen
guess.
on the right side.
what do you think?
Right above
Whatever you like, Corey.
Corey Dropkin's father,
What
Keith
was your
Dropkin.
first stone? The out turn? Yeah, you threw the out turn.
Longtime curling coach,
Yeah.
Keith.
Where'd you
Done
take?
so much for the sport as well. And moving out to
basically
Minnesota,
edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith and Shelly Dropkin. And
So
like
just
right
we were
here?
joking before the
Yeah.
game that if you were ever going to be convinced that Minnesota winners weren't that bad, this would be the one to experience.
Absolutely.
14-9.
Been that way everywhere.
We'll welcome them with open arms to our state. Still spending, I believe, their summers in Maine and winters in Minnesota, which would raise an eyebrow on that
Line's good.
schedule.
Okay. Top 8.
Okay, line's good.
Out-turn
Line's
draw
nice.
for Cory Thiesse.
Stay close.
Weight's good.
Line's nice. Line's really nice. Got to curl a little
Really
bit.
good line.
Always curl. Hard.
Dropkin getting it to turn now.
Go,
Really
go,
good
go,
line.
Go, 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 go.
Just enough to sit 2.
Well placed.
Big broom from Dropkin gets it there. So it will be a draw against 2 for Becca Wood on the opposite side, the intern. There again, we can see Linda over on the right and Keith right in front of her.
Good crowds all week
There we
so
go.
far. Traverse City out in force supporting this event.
Look at that work by the camera crew. Yeah, people have been fantastic supporting the event out here in Traverse City. Final stone of the 6th. Becca Wood playing the intern draw, trying to get shot rock and get on the scoreboard.
Line's good. Straight.
This one
Gotta go, wait.
turning over. Cott trying to hold the line and carry it.
Gotta go, wait.
Line's good now.
Yep.
Just got to go to get it there. Still going. Good sweep, good shot
Well
there.
done.
Really nice. Right to the top of the button, and that will be handshakes. So it will be a 7-1 final. Cory Thiesse and Cory Dropkin getting the victory over Becca Wood and Tony Cott. Improving to 6-0 for their tournament, pacing the field, the only undefeated team left. And Nate, that really was a clinic from Thiesse and Dropkin. Never really in trouble at any point during the game. Just made the shots they needed to, kept things simple. Execution good enough to win curling games.
Heard it best from Tony Cott during the handshakes there. They make way too many shots to keep up with, way more than most, and that's why they're world champs.
And I'm sure Becca and Tony would tell you they weren't particularly happy with their performance or execution, but again, when a team makes that many shots on you, it makes it that much more difficult to keep pace, and it seems like the walls are closing in on you with that constant pressure from your opponent.
Absolutely, that execution gets so much tougher and makes it for a long game, even if it's not quite so many ends.
There is your scoreboard for that 7-1 final. No scores. We'll take a quick spin around the other scores before we sign out. Sheet B, Ryman Smith leading Persinger Casper in a very important game, 3-2. Moores and Wheeler on Sheet D with a 4-3 lead on Nickel and Nickel. And on Sheet E, Farrell and Thurston, a 7-5 lead in the 7th over Schweitzer and Hagberg. Again, our feature game on Sheet C, the world champions, Cory Thiesse and Cory Dropkin, with a 7-1 victory in 6 ends over Wood and Cott. We will be back this evening, 7:30 draw. Our feature matchup for Sheet C once again will be Sarah Anderson and Andrew Stapera taking on Weldon and Franey. Big matchup again for both those teams, one trying to stay alive and one looking to improve their playoff hopes. So for Tyler George and Nate Perry, thanks for watching. We will see you later tonight.